Alright, welcome to another week of Aethers. This is Light and Dark season. Kind of skipped out on Chaos season because it kind of just felt boring, kind of flat. Nothing really happened. Incorrect. There was one match that was actually rather interesting where I matched into someone on my friends list. They had a particularly challenging map. It was really well set up. Perhaps I should have incorporated that into this, but it's past. It's already gone. But yeah, it was a pretty well built out defense, and playing into it, I made perhaps a few mistakes, and ultimately I kind of just surrendered. Not because I lost, but because I got to a point where it felt unfair to continue. I felt like I cheated and got away with it. I had Boulder, and she was on like, what, 12 or something low like that, and he had, I think, I want to say the red version of Valley, the Red Valley, New Year's Valley, and she was not able to kill Boulder, and I felt like I got away with one there. So I just didn't want to continue. It didn't feel fair. Plus, he was on my friends list, so I didn't want to, like, I didn't know it was on like lift loss control or anything. So I was like, all right, let's just skip this one, play another one. And yeah, also I just felt like I lost. That should have been a KO there from the Val. Well, if it was a different unit, or if I played better, or
You have orders?
different scenario altogether, it probably would have been a KO. So I decided to surrender. But that was really the only match that was like super interesting. I did rematch someone, and I had to surrender because Boulder failed. Oh, that's not failed. This would have been okay if she was failing, but she was dying to an Ectonair, which is such an odd matchup sometimes. Like, she attacks into Ectonairs, and sometimes just dies randomly, and I just don't understand it. It's so bizarre. With all the stuff that she has, like, sometimes she just loses that matchup. I'm okay if she survives, but dying is a problem. Like, her dying, if she survives, then I can go again and attack again and probably get the KO on the second initiation. But if she dies, then that kind of just ruins the whole thing. You don't want to lose a unit, so there's no point in initiating if you're going to lose a unit. So that was something that I noticed with Boulder from last week. I think it was like the third time or so I've seen that happen. And it actually happened this week as well in one of the matches that I had to surrender. I think it's going to be the match after this one, which I'm doing these in post because I'm just so lazy these days, man. It's not even lazy. I'm playing another game, and I'm super tired. So there's two things. I'm super tired because work, and I'm also just playing another game, Top Heroes, where majority of my focus is. I got a second account, and I'm kind of just like grinding through that one. So it's double the things to do, double the dailies, and I didn't realize how much more difficult it would be, but that's taken up a lot of my focus. This one's done. Let's get into the next one. Here we go. All right, so this is the second match. I had a pretty easy start to the week.
An opening.
For this Lights Dark season. A lot of matchups like this. Well, not a lot, but a few matchups like this that I was able to just initiate, get in, and get out pretty easily. Not much to do here, so, just get to use the Golvik team, which is always pretty fun. I really just want another way to get Summer Golvik. I want a way to get Summer Golvik to have pass. Well, not pass, to have warping. Because I have the Celica ring on Ninja Golvik, which allows her, way more mobility, but I don't have something similar for Summer Golvik that would also increase her mobility. She's kind of just stuck with the three range. You're kind of probably thinking like charge or something. Oh, what's her C skill?
Are there bandits here?
Apparently, it doesn't have no follow-up, so that's what that has to be. Okay. Yeah, that kind of has to be there. But that's kind of one of the things that I'm thinking about, like how to give her additional range. Because sometimes it's kind of difficult for her to get in.
I will hide in shadow.
Which is why Ninja Golvik is just Well, I used to run the Celica ring on Summer Golvig, but Ninja Golvig is just objectively better, so that's where the Celica ring is now, and I use her to initiate the majority of the time so that everyone else can warp around her, or I initiate with someone else, one of the Earth Vulgars or something, and they can warp around there. But just to wrap up, Chaos Season, got close to hitting rank 1. Lost on the last match, and that was the person that I rematched and lost. Well, yes, it was a loss because Boulder was not able to do anything, so that was a loss. So that was a tiny bit infuriating, a tiny bit upsetting. It was really, really close. It was on the last day, and I got hit, and man, it was really unfortunate. But yeah, that aside, nothing else really happened.
Are there bandits here?
As you say.
And I think that kind of sums up Chaos Season. So far for this Light and Dark Season, I gotta say the main thing that has stood out to me or been a highlight is how disappointing this Spring Thor is. He has a lot of the stuff that Mythic Thor has, but for some reason using the Spring Thor just doesn't feel as fun as using Mythic Thor. I don't know why. I even gave the Spring Thor Gale Force just to see if I could replicate what I have with Mythic Thor. Okay. Yeah, but it just doesn't come across as enjoyable. Like, just playing using her just has not been as enjoyable as using Mythic Thor, and I don't know exactly why that is. But yeah, there's something that I'm probably going to end up foddering this Spring Thor at some point, unfortunately. I don't know what it is that she's lacking. I tried to change it. Like, originally she comes with Arch Rival. That's probably a good reason to fodder her as well, because Arch Rival is pretty rare. So she comes with Arch Rival. I gave her Gale Force. Yes, you lose out on some damage reduction there, but really I was just testing it out to see if she could actually survive without the additional flat DR from Arch Rival. I think the problem, she feels like she wants the Brave hit. Thor kind of always gets the guaranteed follow-up. Mythic Thor, at least mine does. Whereas this Spring Thor kind of feels like she only hits once a lot of the time. I think that's really it. She doesn't get the guaranteed follow-up, which she kind of needs to secure kills. She's like, yes, she can potentially one-shot something, but to be realistic, how often is that really going to happen? It really depended on that follow-up to guarantee KOs, and a lot of times she just doesn't meet the speed check, or there's potent or no follow-up or something on the slow unit who's supposed to be slow. Let's say she was attacking into Hector for some reason, she wouldn't get the follow-up there and she just would die. And she's dying quite a bit also. So yeah, I'm probably gonna fodder her. Maybe she needs merges. It's really great for mobility at the very least, but if that was really all that I needed, then I could just stick Soaring Guidance on any unit. The Hardy Bearing thing, I thought that would work out to be pretty cool, but it does not. I feel like Alfred does it better. Yeah, I feel like Alfred does it better as a armored unit. I guess there's the caveat that she's a melee initiator, melee flyer, and she's more mobile and stuff, so it gives you an option. So, you know, there's an argument that could be made there that she has a place because of that. And then also the Hardy Bearing is very valuable right now for like Ikes and stuff. But overall, I just don't think she's as good a unit as Mythic Thor. I'm probably going to fodder her or bench her. One of those two things. I'm not quite sure which option I'm leaning towards just yet. So that's really what I've been feeling. I kind of been missing Celica. I've really had a ton of fun playing with Celica, and this Spring Thor kind of highlights how good Celica is, the harmonic Celica. Yeah, it really kind of highlights that. So I don't know. I was thinking of using Sloth as well, but I mean, let's be honest, he's kind of just a reposition bot. He's not killing anything.
your command.
failed unit, another failed attempt at putting out a Soth that's good. Yeah, he's just not it. And I don't know if it's the weapon or what it is, but he's just not it. And then I don't have the Erica, and I can't remember who the other unit on that banner is. Probably a demote or something. But yeah, this Thor is just not fun. Because she just speed check. I guess you could give her the Erica ring, but why? Why do that? It's you don't want the brave. She wants the follow up. But yeah, let's play one more. All right, so this is the match that this was a loss. This was one of the first losses for the week. You're gonna see me try to. This was what happened here? This was again because of I don't really know if it's Thor's faults. The initiators here or the attackers here were Herthfelger, Dimitri, and the Golvegs. They all failed to take out Marth. And I needed to get rid of Marth to be able to do more things on this map because he's a dual unit and kind of stops me from moving, and he's also like in a spot that kind of blocks off the units at the back, so he needed to go. And also I was really struggling with taking out this Byleth. This Byleth had a ton of bonus stats and stuff. I kind of just stacked his stats to an insane level that I could just not win the speed check with my units that were supposed to be fast, and then the units that were able to outspeed him, which is the Mythic Lyn, she died in one hit from the counterattack. So this did not go well in that regards. I kind of had an idea that it would have been challenging, but I figured once I got rid of Ektamir, I'd be able to win the rest of the matchups because Ninja Golvig does win against Marth a lot of the time. I'm not quite sure why she was not winning. Actually, no, I take that back. It was the speed check. She was not outspeeding this Marth, which is pretty rare. So that's really what was going on here. I couldn't change the terrain because I couldn't attack with Golvig. I had the opportunity to attack Valley, but the trap placement prevented me from doing so. And yeah, this one was just a combination of failures. Perhaps I should have just brought a different team, but I looked at this and I thought this team could have done this map pretty well, but it turned out to be not that easy, unfortunately. So yeah, you get to see me mess around here, try to figure stuff out, and ultimately this one is going to end in me surrendering. But let's see what else is going on in the meantime in the Fae landscape. Rather, let's just talk about it, or try to think about if anything's happened. I mean, we've had Summoner Duels S, that happened. I mean,
are there bandits here?
That game mode has just gotten so hard, whereas it's not even worth trying. It's not even worth trying for the rewards. I was looking at the rewards for favor, regular favor battles, and there's some decent rewards there, but I just don't want to do it, man. It's just like thinking about like units that I actually like in the game right now. It would come down to like Golvig and that Celica is pretty fun. Harmonic Celica.
We mustn't get lost.
It's really not much else. And one of the reasons that I was playing Favor so heavily was because you'd get to enjoy the units that you like to play with, like Brave Edelgard and attuned Eric, attuned Celic, attuned.
At your command, name a target.
Attuned Sita. Those are the units that I was thoroughly enjoying at the time. And you know, if you like the unit, you invest into the unit, and you try to do better with that unit. But those units don't perform anymore, power creep as of such. And I have not found any units that I really enjoy playing with that I would substitute those units for. There's just nothing like, isn't a new favorite that I would like to bring into that game mode. I'm really just looking at ways that I could potentially bring Sita back, but there just isn't enough. Like, her B skill is locked and you can't really give her, you probably change the A skill, but I don't think there's enough speed there for like a duelist blow or something like that. And then she'd probably want that C skill. that B skill rather, which I do have now, pair up. I have pair up fodder. I have I finished sparking one spark on the A Hero Rises banner. I got pretty lucky actually with my summons. I got pretty much everything that I wanted. I wanted
Nerve-wracking.
pair up fodder, which I got. I wanted a Freya, the Halloween Freya. I got her, thankfully. I got no, I didn't get an Ike. I got a Rioma.
Say the word.
And I got another unit that I'm not remembering right now, but a lot of good value from summoning on that banner. And you can see me here trying to get in and initiate, and I'm struggling to do so. Even though I have Frozen inflicted and everything, I'm just dying to the counterattacks here, and it's just not working out in my favor. So, yeah, you're going to see me surrender in a bit. But the A Hero Rises banner was pretty good to me up until the first spark. I went a little bit over the first spark. There's just 1 day left, 2 days left, currently as of recording. So I might, if I get like 20 orbs, I'll probably go back in and see if I can pick up something else, luckily, hopefully. But that banner's been pretty good. But just, I haven't done anything with the fodder from that banner yet. I'm kind of just sitting on it, thinking, wondering what to do, who to put the fodder on. The pair up is probably the most important one. I'm trying to figure out which of my fodder banks to put it on. I summoned on a banner and got like 2, what's that green unit called? Lilinas, 2 rearmed Lilinas, and I'm considering giving her the pair up fodder, but she's not really a fast unit, so she doesn't really benefit from it. So I'm contemplating who to give it to. I also have the Soth that I could give it to, but that's like not enough inheritances from him. And that's like what, 4 inheritance slots gone, plus there's nothing else on Soth really. I guess it makes sense since I don't really have anything else on him to fodder off, and I don't have any dagger units that I'm looking to build, so it would probably make sense to use him. I'm just contemplating about what my options are. For here, I was thinking of dancing. Well, I did eventually dance Hearthvulgar, and I was trying to get her to take out Marth, but there's a blockage in the way, which means I needed to waste an action, and then when I got up there with her, eventually she failed. So yeah, that was the problem. He vantaged her, and she wasn't able to do enough to survive the vantage hits, so that was unfortunate. The Drive Hardy Bearing from Thor is defense check, and she was not winning the defense check against this Marth that somehow had 60 defense plus in combat stats, so that was a failure. More than likely it was because of Ectonir, I think. And also this was a positional failure as well. I should have smited. Alright, so if I don't know what I should have done here, to be honest. If I smited Dimitri up here, then Hearthvulgar wouldn't have been able to attack Marth, and then this is me finding out that it didn't matter anyway. And if I had smited him up, then I could have gone in with Golvig. I don't know what was the right choice there, but it looks like I made the wrong one. I probably should have banked on Golvig taking out Not, which she would have done, and then maybe she could potentially have survived something else or attacked into something else, but then I would have gotten a free spot there. I could probably have warped up and attacked the armored unit. I don't know, but I was kind of thinking to leave him for last. So yeah, just a lot of not great decisions made that kind of led to me failing this one. This was not the right play, but I just did it because I couldn't figure out what else to do, and I needed to move Hearthvulgar out of the way so that I could potentially try to do something with the Golvigs, but nothing was really happening. So yeah, this was a loss. Nothing else I could do. Fully committed here, so can't even pull back to see what the movement would be. So this was just a loss.
Are there bandits here?
But yeah, Summoner Duels that happened. And also there's just no point in even building up the units anymore unless you're like on a whale, and no one's really like the casuals or people who are just looking to have fun. You're not really planning to whale to invest into the game mode Summoner Duels.
You have
he
orders?
kind of needs to wail just a
Got
little
it.
bit for that game mode. To come up with, like when you come up against, because everything is fully optimized, so you kind of want to match the optimization to ensure that you can play at a high level in that game mode, unless you just want to get one win and then get out. There's just no unit that I really want to invest into because the fodder just does not last, and the units themselves don't last. Boulder, rare example of a unit lasting.
Careful.
There are a few others, of course, but typically, like you looking
Are
at
there
like
bandits here?
let's say that
You
Soren
have orders?
that got released, the rearmed Soren. You look at that and you're like, man, this is a fantastic unit. There's no way this can go bad. No one really uses him. It's kind of insane. And you'd be looking to invest in that Soren because he's I think I got a copy of him. No, I don't. No. I'm wrong there. You'd be looking to invest into him because he has good stuff, and you'd think fodder into this unit would be, there's no way it could go bad, but it doesn't, like, looking at that unit now is, like, if you invested into him, I don't know if you have any
We mustn't get
return
lost.
at this point, aside from the fodder that you put into him. But yeah, that's it for this, I don't know, up to here. See you in the next one. GG's.